When you see the name Low Gang, just know we come to crack.
What up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to the Speakeasy. Ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, Ron Low G's, and I am joined, of course, by our legendary co-host, Ush El Loco. Tell him what it is, rocking the TB12. Let's go.
My brother, you know what it is. We are here in Minot, North Dakota, where there's negative 18, and I wouldn't be caught dead outside, because if I would, I would be frozen. Man, happy holidays to you, brother. It's good to be here after Thanksgiving weekend.
And y'all know here on the Speakeasy, we love to start the show with our tributes. And today, we're going to show some love to a band, group, rap, duo, legend, iconic too, that you may know by the name as Outkast. Big
That's
Boy
right.
and Andre 3K. We got the beats playing in the background.
That's right.
Tell me about the first time you heard Outkast and how you fell in love with them.
I loved everything. My first song that I heard was 80 Aliens.
Mm-hmm. That's
when I heard. And then I kind of snuck and heard it because I wasn't supposed to be listening to music like that, just real talk. It was like on the radio. But, you know, I snuck and listened to Outkast just a little bit here and there. And throughout the years, I fell in love with the man. How about you?
Outkast came out, their first album, Southern Playlist Cadillac Music, 1994. This is something for OGs. This is when you throw on your candy paint Cadillac, you leaning back, you looking, woo, they don't know nothing about it. We here to educate y'all. Then they came out with 80 Aliens, like you said, 96, Aquamini, 98, Angonia, 2000, Speaker Box, Love Below, and
My favorite of the whole thing was that one right there. Everything about it. Why? Idlewild, 2006. To me, one of the best black musicals on the big screen of all time, featuring, of course, your boy Andre and your boy Big Boy, of course, as Rooster and Percival. Nothing better. And Paula Patton too. She was in there too. Who cares?
I just want to know the tragic story behind Outkast, but kind of not that tragic over the years, although we've never really got another project from them since 03, which was kind of a separate project, the Speaker Box and Love Below. Which one was better to you? Outkast, you going with Big Boy or Andre 3K? The Speaker Box or the Love Below, man? You better pick your side right now.
Mine's easy, because me and my homies grew up, you know, when we were like 17, 18, bumping in both of our cars, me and my boy CJ back in 04, and he always played Speaker Box. I always played the Love Below. So for me, it's Love Below. Everything about Andre, everything about him, about the playalistic, you know, bob and hair, you know, everything he did with the, you know, Roses and, you know, all those songs like that, you know, it was all about him.
Andre 3K in your top 3 MCs of all time?
The answer to that is yes. Yes, he is.
Oh, the Speakeasy Loyals, we will be doing the all-time great breakdown MCs coming soon. Listen, but let's move on to our second tribute, which we do to our athletes. And we're going to show some love today to Isiah Thomas. And not the Celtics, New Englanders, but we talking about the real Isiah Thomas, the little man, the little legend, my man from the Detroit Pistons, the gutter, the brawly, the dirty boy Pistons that actually shut down Michael Jordan and Scottie before they took off.
It's true. It sounds true. Man, look. So one thing we want you to know about this cat, man. Of course, we know he was born back in April the 3rd of 1961. He kind of grew up in Chicago, Illinois, but the thing he was known for, of course, was, like we said, before he even got to the Bad Boys, he played under Bobby Knight. And if you know anything about Bobby Knight and the Indiana Hoosiers and how crazy he was, it's probably not a bad idea to know that Isiah Thomas kind of adopted his mentality of go for the kill. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Isiah Thomas is slept on as the greatest point guard ever. A lot of people turn to Magic Johnson, a 6'9" forward playing point, dominating the NBA, jumping center, winning the championship in your rookie year. Of course, Steph Curry done took off and is on the all-time ranking, shooting up. He needs to have a comeback, recovery, and blowout performance to another championship. But Isiah Thomas and the Detroit Pistons thrived in an era with Larry Bird and the Celtics.
That's right.
The Doc and the Sixers. The
That's
Celtics. Who else am I forgetting? But nevertheless, the Detroit Pistons won back-to-back championships.
They did. They did.
Something that Tim Duncan and the Spurs never got accomplished. That LeBron has only got accomplished one time. And they had some tragic injuries and tragic flaws, but I just want people to know that Isiah Thomas could go down, should go down, maybe go down as the greatest point guard ever. But on the funny side, the worst GM ever. Shout out to the New York Knicks. Oh, fellow New York Knicks fan.
Why would you do that to me?
Thomas, as much as you
Why would you do that to me? I do. I like him not because of the Knicks, but I do like the New York Liberty. So I shout out to the women's team of the WNBA New York Liberty. He is part owner of that team, and that's a big deal to me. We're not talking about the Knicks right now. We know we suck, we stink, move on. Why do we talk about them? We don't care.
Thomas, look up The Secret. Look it up, y'all. We got to move on. The Secret is something about being the unit within an organization to thrive and succeed. And it's broken down into basketball terms, but you can take this into business aspects, military, whatsoever you're trying to do. It's about working together as a team. And it talks about how a lot of NBA teams fail because they are missing the secret basketball knowledge. Schooling.
Absolutely.
Let's move on. We have a new segment. We rolling. Let's just get right into it. And it's called the Culture Corner. And it's just something for us just to, what would you say, Ush?
I think that the Culture Corner is really about focusing more on the African-American community and how we're portrayed in the media and entertainment world, in music and other places as a culture, to kind of highlight some of our best options that we have, so the best things that we do, but also to highlight some of the things that have happened to us that we need to discuss as a people to kind of move up in life, to kind of move up in our era, to kind of leave a legacy for our family. That's the Culture Corner. That's what it's about, and that's what we're going to be about.
Exactly. Loyals, listen up. I want to just start it off. I'm gonna be real quick and brief and give it to you. But today I'm wearing my man John Wall of the Washington Wizards jersey. And I just want to show my man some love because he hasn't been having the best NBA career. He's been struggling with a lot of injuries, a lot of critics, and I know the Wizards are struggling. It can't be good because he's the man in Washington. And then during the holidays to have your heart stolen. And him and his mom, if you look it up, is like this.
That's right.
He lost his heart. So I hope and pray he got some people around him. But
absolutely.
This people that's going through the holidays, man. Make sure y'all check on your people. Go ahead, man.
That's right. So what I kind of want to discuss real quick and get into focusing on the Culture Corner. And these are two topics that are highly dear to me that I just kind of want us to get into and understand what's going on. Just real quick, number one, I know you probably heard about the article that resurfaced that happened back in 2017 of January about Zamir Perkins. People, I just want to start off by saying quickly before I get into this article, if you are frustrated with life, you're frustrated with your job, you're frustrated with family, frustrated with relationships, frustrated with whatever, seek help, get help immediately right now as we're speaking on the phone and call somebody. Because what you don't want to do is what this guy did. He and his girl basically punished. They punished their kid for something that he did and didn't let him eat. And he was scrounging around in the trash can a few nights trying to find something to eat. And then he ended up using the bathroom on the floor. They got mad and the father got mad and beat him to death.
Tragic situation, though.
Beat him to death. So, and the mom just sat there and let it happen. So my point to that is if you're angry, you're frustrated, get help. Number two, what else happened is
I got a couple quick notes I want to put on that story. A couple facts and details I do want to let the people know that this was a very, very tragic situation. Two people in a horrible situation that probably never needed children because they were never able to take care of themselves. Digging deep into the case, the woman, when she had her child, was born with all kinds of drugs in her system. So it was one of those situations. So it's pretty unfortunate. I would like to point out that the state and the government and all the people who watch over child laws and everything didn't do their job on a case like and kind of let it slide and go. This child was 6 years old, if I'm pretty sure.
That's right, 6 years old.
And the woman was in a hard situation where she had an abusive spouse, boyfriend, whatever you want to call it.
Correct.
They're not married.
Correct.
And pretty much let the man do whatever he wanted to do.
And that's the problem that I have.
Child neglect.
That's the problem right there.
Women,
that's right.
You cannot depend on a man to just do whatever he wants if he's abusing you physically, verbally, sexually, anything, especially when it comes to your children. But go ahead.
That's right. That's right. Because I really want to focus on that part real quick too, because I think sometimes people think they're in a situation they're caught up in and they can't get out. But no matter what you won't even do for yourself, do it for your child. Your child deserves a life. Your child deserves to be in a place where they can thrive and live and be able to have some kind of happy environment. You cannot punish your child with not letting them eat. You cannot punish your child by beating them to death. This man literally drowned this kid, and the mom, no matter what drug she was on, when it was done, she got up, she read her Bible, put her makeup on, bathed her child, then took the child to the hospital. As again, I said, if you're frustrated with life, seek help. Story number 2, I want to get into real quick in the culture corner. We're just trying to highlight some things for our culture to see that we can't be locked up into what other people think about us and let that be our situation. Is Gabriel Tay. Now this kid, this one hurt my heart reading this story. 8 years old, black young man, a prince, to be king, committed suicide because he was bullied at school consistently, constantly, and the school covered it up. The school took the liberty of making sure that the parents didn't know that the child was being bullied by, when they found the child unconscious by being beat, the nurse came in, revived the child, and then called the parent and said, oh, he just passed out, but his vitals are fine. And this mom said, she strictly said, she said, look, she gave birth to her child. And she said she had no idea how much love she had to give till she saw him. And she would have never sent him to school had she had known he was being bullied that way. So point number 2 on that, and I know you can agree with this, and I want you to speak on this. Talk to your kids as much as you can. Get as much information about them. And if they're not telling you something, you feel something in you that's wrong, call the school, go up to the school, get involved in your child's life as much as you can, because you don't know what they're going through.
Yeah, it's the culture corner, y'all. I know these are some pretty hard topics to talk and deal with, but it's the holidays. Yes. Our communities are going through all kinds of crazy things. And I just think the one thing to remember is to just love.
That's right.
Check on your people. Look out. Right. Know people is going through the struggle. Let's be a bond. Let's be strong. Let's be united and take care of one another, because as you can tell by the things that are going on in our communities, our people need help.
That's right. That's right. Just one more thing on that. The reason that we chose to highlight these 2 stories today, and yeah, they may seem definitely sad stories because 2 people lost their lives. Ron just mentioned it being the holidays. Look, we give our kids gifts all the time. We put things under the tree. We put things in their hand. We give them all kinds of devices and toys, and that's all good and dandy. But what children need more than anything is love and support. They need to know 2 things. Number 1, that we love them and we'll do anything for them. And number 2, we support them and we'll make sure to take care of them best we can. And toys cannot replace that. Money cannot replace that. Things you give them can't replace that. Even if they have nothing and you have nothing, you can give them yourself, and that's love and support. That's what we brought those 2 stories up. That's the culture corner, and that's for you.
Culture corner. Boom, bang, bang. Let's go. Listen, we're going to keep it moving. We're going to have a big change of pace. We rolling. We don't even need to take the break. We're going to go right into some fun. Let's cheer up the loyals. Let's get it going. Let's get it go. It's the holidays. And listen, drum roll, please. Brrr, because finally, it is time for the Speakeasy Holiday Edition. Damn, December is almost over. Early season riveting NBA awards.
Ooh,
that's a lot,
man. Wait. Pause. Are these awards you giving out, or awards I'm giving out? I mean, who giving these awards out? Because
these awards is. Let me just continue. I am your host, Ron Logis, and I have before you 7 NBA way too early awards, and I brought with you some stats, some facts, and some hardcore data, and I'm gonna let you decide us. Our co-host, We're gonna need you to turn down the El Loco a little bit, and you, my friend, will be able to pick who you decide is the NBA Way Too Early Award winner representative. Although we
what?
already have a final decision. Let's go. Award number 1. This is called our Zen Master Award. And to some who do not know, the Zen Master is no one other than the Phil Jackson for being able to just harmonize and zen his locker room together to win championships, which is at the number of, need more than 2 hands, 11.
Yep, exactly.
Our candidate for Phil Jackson's tribute best coach of the season so far is between Brad Stevens, Boston Celtics, Nick Nurse, Toronto Raptors, and Eric Spoelstra of the Miami Heat.
Wait, where that third one came in at? I don't remember that. Eric, who?
Added in as a late noted shout out. And why? Because the Heat are second in the East with a better record than everyone in the NBA outside of the Bucks and the Lakers. Jimmy Butler left town, fled to Miami, and I don't know if you watched the game last night, but Miami played the Lakers, and it was like Mike Tyson versus my man Sonny Liston. They was throwing blows. Exactly. Sit up. But he comes in third. Second place. We got some hardcore stats for you. Nick Nurse led the 16-8 Toronto Raptors. How good do you think the Toronto Raptors is going to be after losing Kawhi Leonard?
16-8.
Did you think Pascal Spicy P. Siakam will be 5th in NBA MVP voting?
Yeah. It's Toronto. Yeah, because it's Toronto. It's the East. It's the East. What do you expect in the East? I mean, even Toronto, before they even got Kawhi Leonard, they were 60-21 or something without him. I mean, it's the East. Come on.
Okay, but what you are sleeping on is many NBA professionals are saying the East may be a little bit better than the West this year. Top 2 teams in the West, LA.
Say what? I was asleep. You said I was asleep. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Our number 1 first place goes to the Boston Celtics.
Yes.
17
yes.
and 6.
Yes.
They 10-0 at home. They lost. Listen, no Kyrie, no Hayward, Kemba out, Smart's been out. No problem. Boston's been keeping it rolling. 10-0 at home. Our number 7 in NBA in defensive efficiency rating at 104.1, and number 7 in offensive efficiency rating at 110.9. That is 2 top 10 offense and defense. That's a team that is ready and built for the playoffs. Man, Boston Celtics has been a machine. And Brad Stevens, good job,
man.
But
great job.
Thursday, Philadelphia went into Boston and threw a couple haymakers. But we will move on because Boston is 0-2 against Philly this year. But Brad Stevens, our Zen Master, first award of
Agreed.
Gave me mid-season award. So you agree? We 1 for 1 so far.
I agree. We good. We good with that. There's no more Eric Spoelstra stuff. We're not doing that no more. Just throwing it out there. But go ahead. Sorry.
Number 2, our second award, drum roll, is the biggest L. And you may know a man by the name of Chris Dudley. Young, his face is iconic for some grown man's crouch. But the biggest L, the biggest disappointment, and we have 3 candidates for the most disappointing performance of the year so far. Mike Conley. He's averaging career lows across the board, and we drill him all day. 30.9 points, which is 81st in the league. 3.5 rebounds, which is 150th or higher. He's not ranked. 4.6. Less than 5 assists. Playing with Spider Mitchell, who should be able to get you some easy buckets. And Gobert, 34th and he's 12.4 in PER proficiency rating, and
That's right.
And
That's right.
Porzingis comes in at number 2. And
that's hard. That's tough.
And there is a game, if you wanted to watch, versus the Boston Celtics. A man by the name of Marcus Smart, who may be 6'1", went down to the paint and guarded a 7-foot Porzingis and shut him down.
He did.
Nothing else left to be said except for the fact that
no excuse.
Porzingis, who just left New York, played New York 2 times already this season. Guess what his record against New York? Guess what his record against New York?
Go ahead.
It's 0-2. Can you
And guess what New York's record is? 4-20. So 2 of their wins. Exactly.
Porzingis, you would let Luka down because that is called like demons. That's called ghosts in the attic. Imagine that. Our first place nominee goes to my man, Joel Embiid, and my
boy.
Philadelphia 76ers. Listen,
trash.
Embiid is averaging 3.9 assists a game and 30.6 from the three-point line. Tell me why, out of all the people who's averaging his stats, he is 104th in the NBA in three-point percentage.
That's right. Let me talk to you about Embiid real quick. Let me just throw something out there at you, because I think Embiid is getting in his own head. From the player that we had last year to where they should have been and should have completed, that last-minute loss that they had, it messed with him. It carried over to this year. I'm just saying.
Field goals. But yet, and he shoots 62.5% when he's close in the basket in the paint.
That's right.
But he's shooting 25% of 3, which is okay for a big man. But guess how many of his shots are three-pointers?
How many?
25% of his shots.
That's crazy.
And he's shooting.
Why?
That's 1 out of 4. Why is he not going to the paint? Listen, Philly, I know he has to create space for Ben Simmons and whatever, but it can be better than this.
Absolutely.
He's too big, and he put up 40 and 20 against the Celtics on Thursday.
That's right. That's right.
And Barkley called him out, and he did what he's supposed to do. But I'm gonna give him a break because he's big, he's injury riddled, and he's always late. So
no breaks.
Get together and don't break my heart again this year, Philadelphia.
No breaks.
So we're not letting no slack up.
Nope.
Joel Embiid, you are the biggest L of the NBA season.
Wow.
Exactly. Let's keep it going. Our third award. It is getting good, and it is the Heat Check. Our Robert Horry coming off the bench tribute. Robert Horry got like more rings than all the greats, but
all of them.
That's why this is a tribute to him, because it's
that's right.
6 men off of the bench so far, and we got a lot of candidates. This one is going to be fun. Our candidates are: we got Fred VanVleet.
That's right.
Raptors 16-8. You're not impressed. Marcus Smart, Boston Celtics 17-7. Guarding 7 foot. Like Porzingis can hit threes. And Marcus Smart and Montrezl Harrell on the Los Angeles Clippers. I got all their stats for you.
Okay.
Fleet averaging 18 points, 3.8 rebounds, 7 assists, 17.15 PER. He's ranked 84. Marcus Smart, 11.8 points. Marcus Smart is just an honorable tribute. He's been healthy. He's been banged up.
That's true.
He comes probably in last place here, but my man, he is the heart and soul of the Boston Celtics.
He is.
And are flourishing. But second place, Lou Williams, 19.9 points a game. That's 28th in the NBA. 3.2 rebounds, 6.2 assists. That's 19th the NBA. Listen, do y'all remember how many assists a game Mike Conley had? Lou Williams is a scorer. He's not going to pass her, and he's averaging 2 more assists.
That's right.
He's 17.17 in PR. That's 83rd in the NBA. Lou Williams. But what I want to highlight is that the Clippers, Paul George just got back. Kawhi does not back, and he's low managing. Lou Williams. We'll get to our winner, Montrezl Harrell. It's incredible what they're doing for the Clippers.
That's right.
Think, man?
I think that the best one on this list, again, from the stats that you gave me and from reading and looking into that, it has to be Lou Will. That's just my pick because I feel like with the load management, what's that?
Keep going. You can keep going. I'm ready.
I just feel like with the load management and with the Clippers and what they're trying to do to keep up with the Lakers and face them in a 7-game series, I would put my money on the Clippers to take out the Lakers if Lou Will stays healthy and stays with the tremendous tenacity that he has on offense and defense. That's my choice.
I love exactly what you're coming from. But Montrezl Harrell, I went to go watch live, is a grown man. He is like the backbone of the Los Angeles Clippers. Like when you get through PG and Kawhi, like they got a bona fide Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Okay.
After every bucket, and let
don't hurt this
everybody
man.
know. And he actually is averaging better than everyone else in stats. 18.7 points per game, 37th, a little bit less than Lou Will, but 7.7 rebounds, 27th in the NBA, 2.1 assists. He's averaging more assists than 100. Only 100 people are averaging better than him, and there's so many.
Wow. So who's your choice then?
People.
Who's your choice?
It's easy because Montrezl Harrell has a 23.88 player efficiency rating. That's 15 people in the NBA. This is the series record rating that has LeBron.
But you're saying Robert Horry tribute though. Does he have the dagger mentality that when the game is on the line and I need somebody to come off and give me a 2 or a 3? Is it him?
That's who he's going to have to guard. We'll find out later this year.
Who's going to guard? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Is he going to have the dagger? When the game is 111 to 111, is he going to be the man to put it up?
Montrezl Harrell have the dagger. And
wow.
He's going to be able to do it because we'll get to AD soon. Because we are moving on to our next award. Man, drum roll, please.
Boom, 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 boom. Who we got?
Hard Light Rodman. A lot of people know the Chicago Bulls.
This is easy.
But they don't know the Dennis Rodman from the Bad Boys Pistons, who won back-to-back championships. But
that's right.
Dennis Rodman, mad love. This tribute is dedicated to you. And the top defenders in the NBA this year.
Just go ahead and give it to the person that's on there. Don't even waste our time. You know who it is.
Anthony Davis, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Ben Simmons are our candidates. And this is about to be controversial because it seems like...
No, it's not. It's straight up AD. There is no controversy. It's AD. Why are we having a controversy? Why are we playing games with this? Why are we pretending like the other two are in the same category as AD that just dropped 50 points? And there were none of them threes. We're not even having a discussion about this. You know it's AD. Why are you wasting our time talking about the other two? Come on, man.
Because I have a lot of stats. So AD is averaging 1.5 steals a game as a big man. That's 19th. But Ben Simmons, he's long. And he's in second place in steals, averaging 2.1 steals. Listen, Ben Simmons is the defensive anchor of the Philadelphia 76ers as Joel Embiid is, constantly getting over his overweight injury problems. Ben Simmons holds it down. So we going to show my man some love. And Giannis Antetokounmpo, we already know. But like you said, AD is 19th in the NBA in steals and averaging 2.6 blocks, which is third in the NBA.
That's right.
2.6 blocks.
It's all about AD. It's all about AD. We ain't got to waste no time on it.
The award for best defensive player goes to Ben Simmons.
No, wait.
No, my bad. That's the Sixer in me. Just want to say Ben Simmons. That's hilarious. It goes to Anthony Davis.
Oh, okay, all right.
Freaking 3. This is the final late edition of the Speakeasy Way Too Early NBA Holiday Edition Award. And we have 3 awards left. The scoring champ.
Correct.
We're dedicating this to Will Chamberlain.
That's right.
Will is legitimately the most talented basketball player of all time. But
100 points.
Was difficult to play with. But the thing that I love about him, researching him, is he was able to dominate the game in any aspect that he wanted to. There was years that he was like, I want to lead the league in assists. Do it. I want to lead the league in points. He put up 100. Lead the league in rebounds. The only drawback of Will Chamberlain is they did not measure blocks back then. So he never wanted to be that dominant defender, which was Bill Russell. And shout out to my Boston people who looked Will Chamberlain ass all throughout
He's the man.
But no one ever was the best or even close to a scorer than Wilt, Jordan, Kobe. Yeah, maybe. But James Harden is doing it.
James Harden's doing
it. Because Luka and Giannis are both averaging 30 points a game, but Harden's averaging 40.
Ridiculous. Offense, he's nasty. He's throwing up these points. Man, it's all about Harden, man. I can't even stop. I mean, there's no other way to put it. You're right. It's Harden. He's the man. The man had 60 points by the third quarter. They took him out. We'll let him get more than in the fourth quarter. I mean, the man's just that good. It's all about Harden.
I want to highlight some ballers. The top 15 scorers in the NBA. Harden's number 1. Giannis is 2. Bradley Beal, then Anthony Davis, Dame Lillard, Anthony Carl Towns, LeBron James, Booker, Kawhi, Andrew Wiggins, Walker, Zach LaVine, Joel Embiid, and Russell Westbrook. The top 15 scorers in regards to points per game. But
exactly.
James Harden, 39 points a game.
Run away with it.
Our next award is going to be a tribute to one of the greatest basketball players of all time. He's in fact number 2. There is 9 players throughout the NBA history that have been dedicated to have rules named after them. And I'm gonna go through this really quick. Wilt Chamberlain created the rule for offensive goaltending. He was that dope. He was the first person that he's the reason that we have goaltending. Ted Steichen rules, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird exception, the Trent Tucker rules, the Allen Houston rules, the Ewing theory, and the Hack-a-Sack rule.
That's
the
right.
one rule after that was the Jordan rule, which was developed to stop Michael Jordan because he was so dominant. And that's what this next award is dedicated to. The Jordan's Rule Award, we have 3 candidates. And quite frankly, this is kind of like the MVP, almost good enough but not good enough runner-up. And it's between James Harden, Luka Doncic, and Spicy P, Pascal Siakam. Who do you think out of that group is just dominating the game, making it look easy? Who's your guy?
Look, I'm going to say Harden because I know you're going to say Luka Doncic, and I don't even like Luka Doncic, but go ahead. I say James Harden. Go ahead with your Luka Doncic story. We'll listen. Go ahead. Just go ahead.
Taking the Dallas Mavericks. I'm going to keep it moving because we don't even have time to put you on blast. On how
Thank goodness. I don't like him.
But he is 20. He's averaging 30.4. He's 15th in the NBA in rebounds. 9.9. He's a small forward, 50. There's only 14 rebounders better than him, Ush. And he's a 20-year-old, unathletic European, and he's out-rebounding dudes. And he's 9.3 in assists. That's second in the NBA to only behind one person. Do you know who that one person is?
Who?
LeBron freaking James at 10.
You know, it's funny. It's funny how you said you didn't have time, but you sure spent out a lot of stats and made time for it. Why do you like Luka Doncic so much? Tell us why you like him so much.
Because I honestly will admit, I am a student of the game. And watching Luka Doncic is something I talked about earlier. Isiah Thomas is secret. There's just something that you see when he's playing the game, and he's just a step ahead of everyone, which is why I dedicate this to the Jordan rule. He's just playing with the competition. He's going through the lane, dunking, and step back on LeBron. No.
But I got a question for you on that. How many years has Luka Doncic been playing in the NBA?
1.5.
How many?
1.5.
So when he makes it to at least 10 seasons and maybe 2 or 3 championships or even 1, just let me know. Until then,
he's been a professional basketball player paid since the age of 13 in the European League. That's irrelevant.
Okay, but he's 20 years old playing the NBA 1 year. I ain't giving him nothing until I see some more highlights on him.
And won the championship in the European League, the best European league, which is the second to the NBA. And but revolutionary talent. Last award, drum roll, please. This is the most funnest one. This is what we've been waiting for. LeBron James versus Giannis Antetokounmpo for the logo King Clutch Jerry West. It started off LeBron versus the Pistons in 2004. LeBron versus Kobe. LeBron versus the Celtics. LeBron versus D-Rose. LeBron versus KD. LeBron versus Spurs versus Golden State. Did you get a trend? LeBron got injured. LeBron. And it was the rise of Giannis and Antetokounmpo. LeBron James is back. And if y'all want to be with the new vibe and the new crowd.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. But
Go
LeBron
ahead.
James, until someone knocks him off, that doesn't
That's right.
Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, and Andre Iguodala off. Six-man Hall of Famer. Maybe get an award after him.
That's right.
Giannis and Middleton for the stop LeBron and AD. You think Kawhi and Paul George? It's LeBron and AD. I understand the talent, but it's just a whole nother game. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Speakeasy. I didn't even have you made it known. You don't even need to comment on that last award. LeBron James, 23-3, Los Angeles Lakers gave the Miami Heat a smackdown yesterday. Went down to South Beach. They didn't go down to Miami, playing around, goofing around. They went into Miami, handled business.
And just put icing on top of your cake. In his 17th season, not his 7th, not his 5th, his 17th season, LeBron's the man. That's all we got to say.
LeBron is hitting jumpers on people. He ain't even done no
He
more.
is.
We are ending the Speakeasy, but we have one more segment. We cannot leave y'all without no gridiron game, no football talk. It is time for our last segment, NFL Rants. Just go, man.
Look, I just want to say two quick things. Number one, I'm going to rant and rave about somebody I've never ranted and raved about before. His name is not TB12. His name is not Aaron Rodgers 12. His name is not Patrick Mahomes 15. His name is Lamar Jackson. And I'm on the hype train. The man is bad. From the days of Louisville to now the days of the Ravens. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you do. The man has 33 touchdowns. He barely has 6 interceptions. He has the yards. He has 60-something% of his completion passer rating. The man is your MVP. He made my team see ghosts. He made the Jets see ghosts. He made Kansas City see ghosts. He's making everybody see ghosts because you think you're playing against 12 people.
You would think
12 people.
Baltimore jersey right now.
Man, I didn't go that far.
And we started this segment with Big Trust.
That's right.
Giving his weekly shout out. MVP
Apparel.
Appreciate you, Chris, for putting this in here. But who's stopping? The thing about they are a unit. They are a squad. They are. Like Tom Brady's leaving the Patriots next year. Bill Belichick and him been married for 20 years.
Oh my gosh.
Not
like you're not gonna add that in there.
You have
not going to do that.
Offense and all this in New England, but I can't stop Lamar Jackson.
You will see, like everybody else is seeing. How you gonna stop the Rams? How you gonna stop the Kansas City Chiefs? How you gonna stop the San Diego? How you gonna stop the San Diego Chargers? What happened in the playoffs? We lost to 5 teams last year, and we beat the 3 top offenses in the NFL. We gonna stop them. We always do when it matters most.
Rams are 1 game out of the playoff contention. We just need the Vikings to lose. And it seems like everybody in the football world was just quiet Sunday night when we handed the Seattle Seahawks, go ahead and suck your teeth, an embarrassing loss. Russell Wilson, the MVP until Lamar Jackson took off these past couple of weeks, only managed to get 6 points of our defense.
Nobody cared. But nobody cared. It's Seattle. They'll be fine. They're 10-3. Good deal. Rams ain't even a part of the playoffs yet.
It's finally looking healthy and looking like the Rams were smart and managed them throughout the year. And he's looking good.
No. Disappointment, the Rams.
They are disappointing. I mean, I watched the Super Bowl and you glowing in my face, but listen, the Rams are a threat in NFC East playoff picture, not NFC East, NFC playoff picture. And I'm going to just leave it right there.
How?
A second team who is winning while the Dallas Cowboys is losing because Dallas can't get a win. And the Eagles is struggling. Ginger Jesus, Carson Wentz is just rough. Do you know Josh McCown, our backup quarterback, was about to go start at wide receiver?
Oh, wide receiver. Yep.
I know it's the thing that everybody loves to talk about, so you know we're going to talk about it here on the Speakeasy. But listen. I just want to give a shout out to our starting quarterback. A lot of blame, a lot of dirt gets going on. He's in the worst situation ever, coming in after somebody won a Super Bowl in his place, and he's holding it down. And the Eagles is going to be a playoff team, the Cowboys in the league. So,
bruh, let me tell you something. Did you know Aguilar is about to get married. Did you know that? He's about to get married.
Yeah,
Do you know what that means?
Yeah.
No. Do you know what that means? That means he's about to have the first reception in his career. That's what that means. Phillies wide receivers are just like the Patriots wide receivers right now. They can't catch a cold, let alone a pass. So I'm going to give Carson Wentz a pass until his receivers realize the oblong-shaped pigskin has to lay in your hands. You have to hold on to it and actually walk across the line called the end zone. I'm going to give him a pass till they catch the ball. Now, back to what you said. You're not going to slide through on my Patriots and say something about Tom Brady leaving next year. The man is not leaving next year. Bill Belichick's not leaving next year. My team is still going to be together next year. But you will see, as you always see every year at the very end, my team, when it matters most in January and February, will slide in and take it all the way. You doubted us last year. You doubted us earlier this year because that was just January and February. You were talking down to us. You had 5 losses. I don't want to hear it. Everybody's going to be quiet all over again come February. We standing right there on the podium with number 7. And you're going to be looking like, I should have listened. So I'm going to be quiet and let y'all have.
It's on the beat with their feet up. You sure seem defensive. I think you may be in denial, but we shall see. There's a couple weeks left.
Now is a river in Egypt. It has nothing to do with me. No, I ain't doing that.
Listen, it's been a blessing. Thank y'all for tuning in.
It has. Man.
The love feels good.
Yeah.
Let the people know we're just doing this for the love. This is our passion, and we just appreciate just for clicking like. You don't even gotta listen because this is what we love.
Right.
Man,
I'm looking forward to the next few weeks. Just real quick before we go, we got some bowl games coming up. Some of them start today. We're going all throughout the season. You're going to see on the next show, we're going to have some special guest appearances on the next show, and you'll get our picks on who we think is going to win the BCS championship. And you'll be surprised who I have and who you think.
Let's go, Jalen Hurts. Woo!
You will pick your twin. Anyway, I appreciate y'all loyals.
Okay, loyals, throw your L's up. Peace out. Appreciate you. Shout out to Chris, our video editor. He's about to put
Thanks, Chris.
You rock. Okay. Holidays, love. Peace out.